takes another area Ukraine had taken over. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. This is the biggest town in the Kursk region of Russia, where Ukraine had launched a counter-invasion last year.
Dressed in military fatigues, President Vladimir Putin met commanders in Russia's Kursk region and was told that Ukraine has now lost 86% of the land it seized in an offensive last summer. That's just 77 square miles of Russian territory left under Kyiv's control. President Putin told generals to complete the job as soon as possible. We're awaiting the Russian response to the US and Ukrainian proposed 30-day ceasefire offer.
This Fox's Jonathan Savage. Now, Ukraine agreed to that ceasefire offer in talks with the U.S. Secretary of State in Saudi Arabia the other day. He's now moved on to new talks just north of our border.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio, as you mentioned, is in Canada today to begin 2 days' worth of meetings with some of the world's most advanced economies, and you expect tariffs to be among them, especially with this meeting in Canada.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson referencing trade tension with Canada and Europe. They're among our allies at the G7 meeting. They've imposed retaliatory tariffs to the ones President Trump put on all steel and aluminum imports. Government shutdown drama intensifies ahead of tomorrow night's deadline for new funding.
Republicans do not have the votes in the Senate to invoke cloture on the House CR.
Meaning that Democratic Minority Leader Chuck Schumer blocking the bill to fund the government through September in the Senate, pushing a 30-day spending alternative, prompting Republican Senator Ashley Moody to tell Fox,
if this is a shutdown, it'll be the Schumer shutdown. This is completely on the hands of the Democrats.
a SpaceX rescue mission put on hold. A launch last night scrubbed over a hydraulic issue.
LD on countdown 1. At this time, we are standing down from today to further address hydraulic release data.
SpaceX has not announced a new launch time to send a new crew to the International Space Station to bring home Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams, who've been stranded there since last June when their spacecraft had issues. America's listening to Fox News.
Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now. From the Fox News Podcasts Network.
I'm Ben Domenech, Fox News contributor and editor of the Transom.com daily newsletter, and I'm inviting you to join a conversation every week with the smartest thinkers out there about the issues Americans face and where we're going as a nation. This show will feature deep dive interviews with newsmakers and some of your favorite Fox News analysts. I hope you'll join me as we dive into the fray. It's the Ben Domenech Podcast.
Subscribe and listen now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
As President Trump keeps pushing for an end to Russia's war in Ukraine, he'll meet today at the White House with NATO's leader, Mark Rutte.
NATO can be a force for the good, absolutely.
And as the U.S. and that alliance keep backing Ukraine's military, American weapons and ammo shipments have been resumed to Ukraine after being paused amid negotiations to end the war. Meanwhile, at a Senate hearing, concern about the U.S.'s military.
Army Vice Chief of Staff General James Mingus warning that when it comes to readiness,
our adversaries are moving faster than we are.
Military branch representatives agreed that the biggest reason for that is a lack of consistent funding. General Mingus adding,
ultimately, the Army can afford a large, ready, or modern force, but with the current budget, it cannot afford all three.
Admiral James Kilby is the Vice Chief of Naval Operations.
Consistent and predictable funding is foundational to our improvement efforts.
All of the military leaders at the hearing testified that continuing resolutions used to fund the government negatively impact military readiness. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
Some American prisoners have been set free in Kuwait.
Among the now freed Americans were armed forces veterans and military contractors held in Kuwait for a number of years. Trump administration hostage envoy Adam Bowler was recently in the region as part of his mission to bring Americans home. The conditions of the Americans are unclear, but many families of those who have been jailed in Kuwait have made claims of abuse because of the nation's strict anti-drug and alcohol policies. The State Department warns travelers that guilt on Kuwaiti drug counts could mean long prison terms. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are down slightly after a mixed day. The Dow continued its big March sell-off, dropping another 82 points, but the NASDAQ rebounded, gaining 212. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Tennessee River Keeper plans to sue the town of Monterey for alleged violations of their wastewater treatment permit. In a letter to Mayor Alex Garcia, the environmental group says the town has exceeded discharge limitations. Overflows cited date back to 2020. Monterey opened a new wastewater treatment plant in November 2024. DeKalb County's grand jury has indicted a 66-year-old man on a second-degree murder charge, the case involving an August 2024 incident in which William Anthony McKenzie allegedly shot and killed 39-year-old Earl Craig Asbury on Streamer Drive. All good city council members have passed the first reading of an ordinance allowing the city manager to make appointments of department directors. Early last year, the council went against legal advice by changing its procedures on appointing department directors to allow the city council to affirm or reject the city administrator's choices. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Today, it's Thursday, right?
It is.
Thursday. It's the 13th of March, and it's 6:06, and it feels great outside.
It does. 72 will be our high. We've got 51 right now, so it's not as cold as it has been around this time of the morning. And we will have partly cloudy skies this afternoon.
A few things you need to know now. Raffy Taffy Cleary had this in his news yesterday, but in case you missed it, and I wanted us to talk about it, Whataburger coming to Crossville.
I'm kind of excited about that.
On Genesis Road, right across the street from Buc-ee's, because you know why?
Oh, why?
They needed more traffic congestion at that area.
Buc-ee's.
Like, what else can we put here?
Well, let's do Whataburger.
We got a Buc-ee's. Let's do a Starbucks. You know what else would really clog this joint up? Whataburger.
I'm going to be up there trying it too, though.
Crossville went, well, hell yeah.
Is that how they went?
Well, hell yeah.
You know we need a Whataburger. I'll be out there lined up for it.
Me too. I love Whataburger. Had Whataburger for the first time. I guess it was last year when I went to. No, it was year before last when Maddie and her family moved from Florida to Georgia, and I stopped somewhere in Alabama, which I never do.
Tried it in Alabama?
Yeah. Because I don't like it for Alabama to get any of my tax money.
Right.
But I was hungry. I was like, you know what?
Sometimes you got to eat.
I've never had Whataburger before. So I went to Whataburger, and it's for real.
Yeah, it's good.
I really, really liked it. So
my first was in Nashville a couple of years ago.
Okay. Well,
I'm a real good burger.
And there's a chance still that Cookeville will get one when the Target.
I heard you.
Shh. So we'll see when that time comes.
Nobody can confirm, but everybody tap dancing around Target and Home Depot.
And
I'm talking about officials.
Yeah.
They're tap dancing.
They are, Sheila. Let's see here. I think I've got a few more things you need to know. Cookeville Regional, they've launched a new healthcare payment system called Patient Financial Experience, so that you can get that on your phone or online, and helps you understand the medical billing that you got. You can also pay medical bills through that website, and it gives you an opportunity to chat or call somebody about your bill if you have any questions. So trying to simplify that process a little bit. If you've been to the hospital or doctor's office or whatever, that medical billing is confusing.
It's very confusing.
Because then you get a bill that says this is not a bill.
Right.
Then you get a bill that says this is a bill.
Then you get another bill from somebody you never saw before saying they looked over your records.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who is this?
I don't know. Did I do that?
Yeah.
Right. It's like they
And I'm like, they can say that they did it. I wouldn't know. I was knocked out at the time.
That's right. So, I don't know. You got anything, Sheila?
No.
Okay, right.
Sorry, Jason. Thanks for carrying the show.
Well, no. I saw your phone out there, and I thought
I'm getting ready for our question.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorba, well, we were talking about
Yeah.
them. They're the ones that's been going around the state parks, the city parks, building trails. That stands for Southern Off-Road Bicycle Association. They got a Public Lands Partner Award for the trail that they've been building at Cordell Hole Lake Park.
Well, good for them.
The Bear Wheels Mountain Bike Trail. So congratulations.
Bear Wheels.
To Sorba. They put in a lot of good work. If you're willing to stay up late tonight, or
who knows about me,
or get up really early, I'm not sure exactly the time. Maybe we could find that at some point this morning for you to see the blood moon.
I thought it was tomorrow night.
It's tonight, Thursday night.
I'd said the 14th. Oh.
Well, I mean,
Does that mean 13th into 14th or
yeah,
14th into 15th?
I mean, technically, I guess it'd be Friday, but you'd have to stay up pretty
you.
late tonight, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe we'll see it when we get up in the morning.
That's my hope, but it's the blood moon.
That was fun.
It's the reflection of Earth. Did you know that?
No.
And Earth bends the sunlight around the moon, which makes it have a red glow.
It's almost like Rudolph.
Yeah, it's just like Rudolph.
Thanks. You know, yeah, trying to make it scary, and it's Rudolph. That shows how important Earth is. It bends the sun.
I didn't need it. I didn't need it to bend sun to know how important Earth was. See,
I mean, we're on it.
we live on it.
I know.
So without it, we're dead. Pretty important.
Boy, that went downhill quick.
Pretty important, Sheila. I'm agreeing with you.
Well, finally.
So just take that.
I'll take it.
Take it as a win.
Take that and rewind it back.
Yeah. Smack dab, flip it, and reverse it.
That's a song, y'all, for those that don't know. That's why he's
They
doing
know. It ain't a
Some
new,
don't.
It ain't a new song. It's a real old song at this point.
Some people don't listen to that.
And Missy Elliott's probably living in a retirement home by now.
She probably is.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time for your 2 cents, and it's brought to you by Freedom Pawn in Sparta.
All right.
We love Freedom Pawn. They've got everything like guns, ammo, tools, golf clubs, golf carts. Oh, I haven't seen a golf cart. I may be lying about that. But hey, if you want one, tell them. They'll be looking for it.
They may not have everything I'm saying, but they might.
Well, here's the deal, though. Every time I go in, they always have something new in there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, they might. But TVs over, I think he said 14,000 DVDs to choose from.
14,000.
Maybe it's 1,400.
Phew.
Might be 14,000.
Sure, why not?
Go in there and talk to Dana and the group.
14,000 DVDs in a golf cart.
Dana Teeple does a good job managing that store. I hope he stays sponsoring because he'll say, well, Jason's good, but I don't know anything
Yeah.
Sheila says. It
Right.
just don't go by her. Here's the question. What's your favorite tropical drink? It don't even have to be alcoholic.
Tropical drink.
Yeah, and I was thinking,
Well, that'd be a rum-based thing for me. I like when I'm on the beach to have something a little rummy.
is a tropical drink, is margarita considered it?
I would consider it a,
Okay, let's just say that. That's a go-to, and it's good.
but margarita is also,
Hispanic.
Well, yeah, but
I gotta have Mexican food with.
right, I mean, it's margarita is something that you get all the time. I mean, not that I get them all the time, but you can.
Yeah, but I don't.
Right.
I mean, I don't have to leave to get them, though, is what you're saying.
Right, yeah, there's plenty of good margarita.
Well, I don't know a good. Okay, let's just see what everybody else says, because I'm not.
You're not a big drinker.
I'm not. Thank you for telling everybody that. You make people think I'm a drunk all the time.
Well, I don't do that. Your actions do that.
And then they don't believe me.
Right. And I don't blame them sometimes.
But see, you don't need alcohol just to have a good time. People think you're drunk when you ain't even drunk.
Yeah, Sheila's born that way.
Yeah. No, that's how she acts, y'all. You have said that before.
That's how she acts.
It reminds me of the Loretta Lynn coal miner's daughter. No, that's just how she acts. Think you do.
Yeah.
When really he was like, oh, that's how she acts. Anyway, what y'all are saying about the tropical drinks.
Yeah, coming up next.
Oh, that's right. I was about to get into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just no good to Jason this morning.
Poor old drunk, not drunk, Sheila.
Now I understand why y'all think I'm drunk.
It's 6:16 now. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Sheila will be right back with your two
You like
cents.
talking on the radio.
You like that. And sherbet. You love sherbet. It's 6:16 here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. Matthew chapter 9, verse 35. Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ. Join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. on our radio program, Words of Exhortation, as we study through the Gospel of Matthew right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
Hey guys, Ron Crane here from Dependable Auto Sales and Service, also Colonial Automotive, towing, rentals, we've got it all. Guys, if it's automotive, even if you need body work, if you've been in a wreck or something, please let us know. 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-SELL, S-E-L-L, 24/7 at dasautosales.com. That's dasautosales.com, and we're located 1575 Interstate Drive, the only car dealership on the left on Restaurant Row. Please come see us at any time. Thanks, guys.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:19 now.
From WCTE, the president of CTE, our local TV station, will be in. It's Avery Hutchins. She'll be in after 7:30, so we'll talk to her this
That'll
morning.
be good. I like Avery. She's fun.
She's done a lot and been there for a while.
Yeah, she's done a really good job. Your 2 cents now brought to you by Freedom Pond. They're located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. They're now open Mondays, and they got all kinds of fun stuff in their store, and you should stop by and see it.
That was real good. He does so much better than I do. I'm just silly. What is your favorite tropical drink?
I had, I went on a Disney cruise. I've been on the Disney cruise twice. Once with kids, once without kids. And the station that I worked for in Atlanta was owned by Disney. Mm-hmm. So the time I went without kids, they have a full broadcast studio on the cruise.
I would like that.
And so
I bet you had a good time.
I had a great time. Well, they have their own private island out there. And so they docked at the private island. There was a family portion, and then there was an adult portion. So I figured, well, I don't have kids this time. I'm going to see what the adult part of this island is like.
Mm-hmm.
Still very Disney. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's, MTV Spring Break over there or nothing. Y'all remember that show?
Oh, I remember that show.
So, but I went to the bar, and they had some sort of banana rum thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a special. I thought, well,
if it's a special, I need to try
I'm
it.
out here in the middle of the ocean. I don't even know where I'm at. I couldn't find me on a map. So I was like, well, I'll try one of those banana rum things. Delicious, but very filling.
Oh, I bet.
And but I loved it. So if I had to pick my favorite tropical drink, it's whatever that one is. But when I'm
kind of banana thing.
Well, when I'm out on the beach, I like to have a rum drink. I think rum is the perfect beach drink. And so I like that. Whatever's made of rum.
If you got an umbrella in you, I'm all for the fanciness.
So, when you talk about tropical drinks, I think you almost have to have rum in it.
I did not realize the rules.
I mean, there are no rules. That's just my personal taste is all.
Well, do you know who wins it? What drink?
Cold beer.
And I'm surprised by this.
What?
No. Pina colada.
Well, if you like pina coladas, get caught in the rain.
I don't hate coconut, but pina colada, I don't like fake tasting fruity stuff.
Yeah.
And it tastes a little fake to me, or maybe I haven't had the good stuff. It's not like I go trying all the stuff.
I've had some really good pina coladas.
I've never had a good one that I liked.
Really?
Mm-mm. No, I'm picky. Now, Dale Welch, he said it like my husband did, because my husband's not a big drinker either. He goes, Kool-Aid Tropical Punch. That's what Tim said.
I mean, that's good.
Kool-Aid Tropical Punch. Johnny Ferguson Tropical Punch. Tex, he said none of the above. I like beer.
Yeah. I mean, beer is a fine drink for the beach.
Oh, this is one I do like this. Jim said Bahama Mama. It's good.
You just like the name of it.
No, but it's good too. I've had one before.
Sex on the Beach. That's my favorite.
No, I've had those.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I say I'm not a big drinker, and then you go, I'm sure you think that I just get stuff for the name.
Yeah.
I do get it to try it.
Bahama Mama, Sex on the Beach. Yeah.
Bahama Mama's kind of fruity, isn't it, if I remember?
I've never ordered as a full-grown man.
Oh, I forget.
Bahama Mama.
Man. I'll tell you this.
I wouldn't even go chicken salad chick by myself.
That's the truth.
So
now,
you
I thought you were a big enough man to go by yourself.
You think I'm going to order a Bahama Mama?
I'm not complaining about that, because if he needs a chick to go and Donna, his wife's not around, he'll go, I'm craving chicken salad chick. Will you go? And like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'll go. Fruit punch, pina colada, and Savannah says a strawberry daiquiri, but Savannah said a virgin strawberry daiquiri.
Daiquiris. That is good. I
do like the daiquiri.
I never get a daiquiri unless I'm at the beach.
Those strawberry daiquiris are good.
I like going into those bars at Key West where they just have the pool tabs.
Yeah.
So all behind the bar, it's like getting an icy.
Ooh, yeah.
And they just, I love that.
Yeah, that was probably my top drink.
I don't know if that's a daiquiri or I don't know.
But strawberry daiquiri, I've had them. They're good.
Whatever those things are.
Anything that tastes like fresh fruit that makes me feel a little,
I think those have rum in them, don't they?
I'm not sure.
Daiquiris. I just like rum. I just think it's a nice, sweet.
I think you can get in trouble fast on rum.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, maybe I could.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like, whew.
I've been looking at rum recipes.
Yeah.
For when I get my moonshine still.
You're going to get in trouble by telling it on the air.
And and here's the deal. It's got molasses in it. So I'm looking for it. I'm going to get me some molasses from Muddy Pond.
The best molasses.
Muddy Pond rum.
Ooh. Those Muddy Ponders will be mad if you're using theirs for rum.
That'll be okay.
They're good people over there.
I'm not going to tell them when I get it.
Or they might want you to bring them some. I never know about
Well, I'm not going to do that either because then that would be illegal.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't heard a thing.
That's right. But I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be good molasses right there.
It sure is.
Muddy Pond molasses.
Perfectly legal, I think.
Yeah. Shh. That's your problem. You tell on yourself. Yeah. You and I both, we love telling stories. We'll tell on ourselves.
Well, I mean, it's. I think as long as you don't sell it or take it across state lines, I think you're fine.
You better find out before you start telling all these stories again what you're going to do.
Well, that's why I don't tell them when Eddie Ferris is in here.
You know, I get worried about Eddie listens. Sheriff Ferris listens. Oh. He's listening right now. Big Brother is watching.
Well, forget I said that then.
Eddie, he's just making up dreams.
I'm just joshing about my steel.
If he's listening, he's laughing right now.
I'm not really getting one.
If he's listening, he might be laughing, but he'll come get you if you're doing something wrong.
And I do think, you'd mentioned margaritas for best tropical drink, but
I know what you mean. It's like when we can make them and we can have them every day, it doesn't feel like it's really a tropical drink.
But
so I would guess mine would be strawberry daiquiri.
But it is. I think you have to put it in there because
the reason I like a margarita, it's not too sweet.
Yeah.
And I like that little tang to it. The little and you put a lime in there too. Woo.
I don't like the salt around the side.
I gotta have. Well, you can get it without it.
I know. And
do you like yours frozen then or on the rocks?
On the rocks.
Me too. I'm always on the rocks.
You remember back in the day, you get a pitcher of margaritas for like $5.
I don't know what you're talking about because my mother-in-law might be listening.
Used to be able to get a whole pitcher of margaritas for $5.
$5.
That's as Merle Haggard would say. It was back when the country was strong.
Amen.
Here we are now.
Trying to get back.
I wonder how much a pitcher of margaritas would cost you now.
$15 to $20 probably.
Easily, man.
Yeah.
We better hurry up and make America great again.
Well, I'll meet you at lunch at some margarita place. We'll find out.
We ain't got time for that, Sheila.
We don't today, do we?
Not today.
We're busy.
Yeah. It's 6:28 now, and coming up, we've got spoiler alert on the way. News of entertainment and music. There's more Wendy Williams drama.
Oh, Wendy.
There's something else in there that was interesting too. So I forgot what it is, but
I hate to say that because she was on top of her game, and then to see this all happen, it makes me very sad.
Oh, I know what the other news was.
What's that?
My girl, Sydney Sweeney.
Yes.
Maybe some trouble in paradise with her and her man. Not that I'm rooting for that.
You sound like it. You sound very
No.
happy. Like you think she's all of a sudden going to come running to Jason.
Well, that wouldn't work anyway. I'm married.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
But I'm. This is my concerned face for her. This isn't my. Oh, all right.
You just think she needs to come to Jason to get some advice.
If she needs it, yeah. I'm here for her.
She needs it.
Yeah, I'm here for her. So spoiler alert coming up in just a little bit here on Good Morning Cookeville. Live from the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Tennessee River Keeper plans to sue the town of Monterey for alleged violations of their wastewater treatment permit. In a letter to Mayor Alex Garcia, the environmental group says the town has exceeded discharge limitations. Overflows cited date back to 2020. Monterey opened a new wastewater treatment plant in November 2024. DeKalb County's grand jury has indicted a 66-year-old man on a second-degree murder charge, the case involving an August 2024 incident in which William Anthony McKenzie allegedly shot and killed 39-year-old Earl Craig Asbury on Streamer Drive. All good city council members have passed the first reading of an ordinance allowing the city manager to make appointments of department directors. Early last year, the council went against legal advice by changing its procedures on appointing department directors to allow the city council to affirm or reject the city administrator's choices. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. Yesterday in Murfreesboro, the Van Buren County Eaglettes beat Memphis Middle College 68-32 to advance to the Class 1A state semifinals. Kara Mills led the team with 23 points and 20 rebounds. The York Dragonettes narrowly beat Memphis Business Academy 44-43 to head back to the semifinals in 2A. New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers is now a free agent for the first time in his career. Rodgers was cut by the Jets yesterday after the two parties mutually agreed to part ways this offseason. The New York Giants and Pittsburgh Steelers have each shown interest in bringing in the four-time MVP. American University is headed to the NCAA tournament after they won the Patriot League championship yesterday, beating Navy 74-52. McNeese State won the Southland Conference tournament, beating Lamar 63-54. Mississippi State, Texas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma all moved on in the first-round games in the SEC tournament. Join us today for two high school girls basketball broadcasts from Murfreesboro in the state tournament. At 12:45, White County plays Dyersburg in the 3A quarterfinals. At 5:30, Cookeville battles Lincoln County in the 4A quarterfinals. Both games will be audio only on our UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank. The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Susan Lee, and this is the Fox Business Report. Some data out this morning shows how our labor market's doing. We'll get the initial jobless claims for last week, which is forecast to inch up from the 221,000 the previous week. We also get a closely watched inflation gauge, the Producer Price Index, which measures inflation at the wholesale level. The Bureau of Labor Statistics is expected to say the Producer Price Index rose 0.3% in February, slightly below January's 0.4% pop. Year over year, growth in prices paid by wholesalers is seen cooling for the first time in 5 months to 3.3% in February, down from a steeper than expected rise of 3.5% in January. That matched the highest since February of 2023. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. Single Care works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check Single Care to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Picture a door. On it, a sign that says, "Do not look." Every instinct says danger, but still you peek. Inside, a room full of cockroaches, which can trigger asthma attacks, rodents that contaminate food and transmit disease, and termites which cause billions in property damage each year. Trust your instincts, know the signs. Learn how to protect your family and home at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:35.
High today, getting up to the low to mid-70s. So that's going to be a
great
nice
day.
And we've got 52 right now in the Cookeville area.
Spoiler alert. Things going on in the world of entertainment and music. The talk shows tonight. Nick Jonas is going to be on Jimmy Fallon.
What's old Nick doing?
I don't know.
I don't know. He said, I don't know, and I don't care.
David Blaine's going to be on Jimmy Kimmel.
Hadn't heard that name in a while.
And that's all the people that I know that are going to be on. There's obviously other people.
David Blaine, he probably has some kind of illusion special.
On regular TV tonight, Matlock is on CBS.
Kathy Bates.
Great show.
I like it too. And she's good on anything because she's from Tennessee.
That Dennis Leary show.
Yeah.
Going Dutch is the season finale tonight on Fox.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Is it good? Would I
I've
like
seen
that?
the first 2 episodes. It's cute. It's a cute little show. That's a nice little show.
Cute.
Yeah.
You don't usually say cute.
Animal Control is on Fox. That's the season finale of that. And Top Chef is on Bravo. New to streaming, or not necessarily new, but coming back on Amazon, The Wheel of Time.
Okay. I don't know what that's about.
Neither. Adolescence, that's on Netflix, a limited series there. Also on Netflix, Love is Blind Sweden. Now, if I was a single man, I would try that one.
You like the Swedish ones?
After watching the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. They were all blonde and beautiful.
I mean,
blue eyes, blonde hair. It looked like the Stepford Wives stepping out. All of them looked the same.
I remember thinking, what in the world are they doing in Sweden? Whatever it is.
They're making beautiful peoples.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and your husband, Tim, had a whole text thing about it.
All right. I'll talk to him when I get home.
Ask him about the pole vaulter.
Oh, well, I remember there was a male pole vaulter this past Olympic.
I didn't see any of that.
He got kind of hung up on.
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy.
He was interesting.
Long Bright River. That's on Peacock, a limited series of that too on the Peacock
network. App.
Whatever it is.
Streaming.
It's a lot like our Hub Plus, really.
Yeah.
Us and Peacock, we're practically.
We need a good mascot like they have as a peacock. I wonder what ours would be.
It'd be you, Sheila.
They get too much of me.
The fighting Sheilas.
But I don't fight.
No, but with your little green jacket on today, you could be
You look like the fighting Irish.
Yeah, you look like you could be Notre Dame today.
I'm celebrating the luck of the Irish early.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day.
Sadie Sink has been cast in Spider-Man 4. Her role hasn't been announced, but she's rumored to be playing Jean Grey. Elizabeth Olsen stars in the Netflix pilot Seven Sisters. That's according to Deadline. The drama's about a woman who starts communicating with a voice nobody else can hear.
So she's crazy.
Yeah. It's forcing her large, tight-knit family to confront long-buried secrets.
Ooh.
Jeff Daniels has joined the cast of Shrinking for its upcoming third season on Apple TV+.
I liked that show, and I have seen the first 2 seasons. Harrison Ford is in that, too. He is the Shrink. And I forget who else is in it. Another actor that we really like, and I can't remember his name.
Matthew McConaughey.
No. This one was on Married with Children. He was a real tall guy.
Ed O'Neill.
Curly hair. He's not on Married with Children. No. How I Met Your Mother is what I meant.
Oh.
One of those.
That's very different.
It's very different. You were right to say Ed O'Neill about How I Met Your Mother, but no, this is Married with Children. This is How I Met Your Mother, the real tall, goofy guy, curly hair, and he dated the little red-haired girl.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
He's on that too, and it's really good. And anything Jeff Daniels is in, I'll watch.
Yeah. Last month, TMZ reported that Sydney Sweeney called off her wedding scheduled for May due to their busy schedule.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to the story.
It was more than a schedule.
Around Valentine's Day.
Oh, no.
Sydney moved into the Beverly Hills Hotel. She invited girlfriends over for drinks and enjoyed a poolside lunch.
Sounded like she had her own Galentine's.
Yet her alleged fiance, Jonathan Davino, has never come to the hotel to visit Sydney. It appears that the couple are living apart, despite purchasing a home together just last year. Something happened on Valentine's Day.
Something happened.
And
she got her girls around her to support her.
Now,
listen,
I don't care who you're with on Valentine's Day. If you forget Valentine's Day, you're a schmuck.
And if you ignore somebody like Sydney Sweeney on Valentine's Day,
I mean, you're an idiot.
Whatever she's done to you, you think she's done, just forget it and go have a nice night with Sydney Sweeney.
You need to get online and Google hot to crazy scale and watch that.
You are so supporting that hot to crazy scale.
There's some truth to it. There is. Sheila, I mean.
What?
There's truth to that.
Shh, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Going to get yourself in trouble. It's just all I'm saying. I worry for you. He says things.
I say truth.
To crazy.
Kelly Clarkson has been absent from the Kelly Clarkson show since early last week, and people getting concerned about her. Her sudden departure led to to an actor, Simu Liu, I think that's how you say the name, stepping up as an impromptu host. Kelly Clarkson briefly returned for a couple of episodes, but then hadn't appeared since March 5th. So people get worried about her. People online were like, oh, is she okay? Is she healthy? So she had to release a statement about it. Says she's fine. She's been dealing with a personal matter that does not directly involve her. She's expected to return to the studio and resume hosting duties today. So if you've been missing Kelly Clarkson, she's just been out taking care of some business.
Well, when I've been scrolling, I saw Brooke Shields.
Scrolling.
Brooke Shields was filling in for her. Valerie Bertinelli. So some good ones.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's had some good ones on there. Wendy Williams. Now, we told you the story. They had her in some sort of assisted living facility, and she was dropping notes out the window. Somebody help her. Well, she claims she passed with flying colors an independent mental competency evaluation following her 2023 dementia diagnosis. The statement comes after the NYPD escorted her to a hospital for a welfare check initiated by her caretaker. And, but she's saying, no, well, just take another one then. Take another one. Put it on TV. Make it a special on Netflix.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch Wendy Williams take a mental competency test. I don't know why I would.
I know. It's like, why are we even curious about that? Well, she's been dropping notes out the window and everything.
Yeah.
Makes me root for her.
Yeah, I am kind of rooting for her, and I don't know why. I never watched her show.
I watched her show, and I think I liked the fact that she was a radio girl.
I get,
you know, but when her first
maybe that's it.
in her career, that's what she was. She was like started out as nothing, then worked her way up to New York radio and was like #1 there.
Yeah.
And then had her own show. So I'm like, girl, I know. I've had people call me crazy before. Thank goodness they hadn't locked me up yet. I'd be dropping notes out the window.
It's been rough keeping them off of you, Sheila.
Yeah, I know.
I got to tell people every now and then, no, she ain't really crazy.
Yeah, I've had white jackets waiting for me.
Sometimes she's flighty.
That's different than being crazy.
Flighty.
Flighty.
It's 6:45 now. Coming up, we've got the real good. Also, round 4 of Ask Sheila.
That'll be my test. Is she crazy?
Which I think we're up to 3 correct answers.
I didn't have more than that.
You had 1 right yesterday.
That would be 3 then, because I didn't get any right on Tuesday.
Right. So you gotta have to go big today for
Or
sure.
go home. Or be locked up.
In the crazy bin.
Yeah. It sounds fun at first until you're there forever.
I won't let them take you, Sheila.
You may have no choice.
That's coming up next. Oh, the real good Ask Sheila. All next here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out with us. We'll be right back.
This responsible gaming message is brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. When you play the lottery, it's important to play responsibly. Know your limit and spend only what you can afford. Set a budget and stick to it. And remember, as long as you're having fun, you're always a winner in our book. The Tennessee Lottery is a proud supporter of National Problem Gambling Awareness Month. To learn more about problem gambling resources, visit tnlottery.com.
You work hard to provide a better life for your family. The only problem is that you now have a tax bill that you can't afford to pay. The IRS is now threatening to garnish your wages and put a levy on your bank account. You can't ignore the IRS. They won't go away on their own. You need help, and you need it now. Call the Tax Pros at United Tax Fix today. Call 800-762-2768. That's 800-762-2768.
Join Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity for their Race to Build Hope 5K Run Walk, Saturday, March 29th at 8 a.m. at the Livingston Central Park. The race is supporting Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity's mission to build affordable homes and strengthen communities. So lace up and join the fun Saturday, March 29th at 8 a.m. at Livingston Central Park for Upper Cumberland Habitat for Humanity's Race to Build Hope 5K Run Walk. To register, visit uchabitat.org.
You've prolonged it enough. 1 year quickly turned into 2, 2 years into 10, and now you've lost track of how long it's been since you've seen the dentist.
A trip to the dental office can be a scary thing for many people, but there is help. Hi, I'm Dr. Sandy Hayes.
And I'm Dr. Kevin Hayes. At Hayes Family Dentistry, we're changing the way people think about going to the dentist. We use the latest advancements in dental technology, including sedation dentistry, which offers hope to people who fear going to the dentist, or patients who need to have a lot of dental work done in just fewer appointments.
With one little peel, you'll ease into a state of relaxation and all of your fears will melt away, allowing us to correct years of dental problems, often in just one visit.
For more information, call us at Hayes Family Dentistry, 931-526-1614. That's 931-526-1614, or visit hayesdentistry.com and find out how easy it is to have the smile you've always wanted.
Call us before you dig. Accidents are caused each year because someone broke a gas line that they didn't know was there. Remember, Not all of our lines are in the street. They go through your yard to the house. Don't take a chance. The Cookeville Gas Department will gladly check any area before you dig and tell you if there are any gas lines present. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas, energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
She wants to be home with her friends. But at this moment, she's fighting a brain tumor.
Please take a moment and join St. Jude in finding cures and saving children. Visit stjude.org.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:49 now.
6:49. Sorry, it was really cute, Jason. Avery Hutchins with WCTE TV's got to be in a little after 7:30 this morning. We'll talk to her about some things that's going on this year with WCTE. Their dinner, the annual dinner.
Yeah, that's coming up real soon. Yeah. Every day, me and Sheila, we go through a bunch of news stories, try to find some that's positive and uplifting, and we call it
The Real Good.
Back in 1961, Barbara Urban attended a party in San Diego, California, where panic ensued as a toddler went missing.
Oh, gosh.
Guests frantically searched the neighborhood for 21-month-old Ben Colwell, who'd wandered away from home. Scary. For reasons she couldn't explain, Barbara decided to check a neighbor's yard, which had a pool. There she discovered a terrifying sight. Little Ben at the bottom of the pool.
Oh, goodness, that's making my heart just race.
Without hesitation, Barbara jumped in, pulled him out, performed CPR, saving his life as he regained consciousness.
Yay.
Well, now Barbara is 94 years old and recently reunited with Ben, who's 66 now.
Oh, my goodness.
Thanks to the efforts of Barbara. Ben's siblings are the ones who put them together. When Ben arrived at Barbara's door, she greeted him warmly, saying, hello, young man.
How cute is that?
Ben, now a business owner and father of two, was deeply grateful for the reunion. I said, thank you so much for going to look for me, Ben said. And then Barbara said, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. And Ben hugged her and said, me too.
I mean, it's nice to see what a life he's had.
Yeah.
When he was so close to death.
It would have been terrible if it turned out to have been awful.
And then, I can't stand it when little kids are hurting anyway. And
Like, what if that had been little tiny Jeffrey Dahmer? And then you were the one who saved Jeffrey Dahmer. Wouldn't you feel like an idiot then?
I would, but who would let a kid die?
Well, nobody. Well, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, let's not talk about all that.
Next real good story.
We're in the real good.
There's a lady named Pam who lives at Leicester House Care Home in Warwickshire, England, and she loves to knit. She's among the residents who helped knit 40 teddy bears to share joy with the local community. Each bear was lovingly placed in a gift bag and a tag that read, "Take me home, handmade with love from residents and staff of Leicester House." These bears were distributed to the public, bringing smiles and gratitude. Rachel Devi, one of the leaders of this organization, was thrilled by the success of the project. This has been such a rewarding experience for both our residents and staff. How cool is that?
I love it.
Anytime I see something like that, it reminds me of Happy Gilmore, where they've got the old ladies in there making quilts.
I love that too. I love little old ladies with quilts.
But they're being used as slave labor, though.
I don't like that part. I just like the quilts.
Right. But doesn't that make you wonder, are they being forced into making these teddy bears?
But I can see the little ladies loving to make.
Well, I'm really ruining all the real good stories.
You're very
today.
negative today.
I don't mean to be.
Talking about Jeffrey Dahmer, then slave labor old women making little knitted teddy bears. I don't like thinking about all that. This is the real good, Jason.
I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it.
I bet that's how you were when you were a kid, your mama
Yeah.
getting on to you. I didn't mean it, Mama. I didn't mean it.
I said stuff, and I didn't.
The devil got a hold of me for a minute.
And I didn't mean it. All right. To all that, that's real good.
To the ladies who crocheted the teddy bears.
Right. Knitted.
Knitting and crochet is two different things.
Yeah.
And you done got me forgetting the first one now.
It's about the lady who saved little Ben.
Oh, and to the lady that saved the
And he
little
did-
boy, and he
and he-
grew up to be a 64-year-old entrepreneur.
66-year-old.
Y'all are
That's not
real good.
It's not Jeffrey Dahmer. All right, Sheila. Here we go. Round 4 of Ask Sheila.
All right, let's get to it.
3 more questions today.
Okay.
This looks like it's about women today. So,
I am one.
right.
Maybe I might know these.
I've noticed you don't do real good on women's surveys.
Well, we are very complicated
Very
people.
complicated.
Yeah.
Half of all American women,
Half
of
of us.
all American women say they got one of these as a little girl, and most of them still have it today. What is it?
A doll.
No. I bet over half got one of these as a. I mean, over half of little girls surely got a doll.
Yeah, but not every one of them have it today
No.
still.
Half of all American women say they got one of these as a little girl, and most of them still have it today. Okay, fine. A nickname.
Yeah, I was like, if it's not doll, I don't know what a nickname.
A nickname. Did you get a nickname when you were a little girl?
My mama and daddy would call me stuff, but nothing ever stuck. They would like, hey, little Sally Gooden, whoever that is.
I'd always call Matt. So my daughter's actual name is Sarah Madeline, but then we started calling her Maddie because she had a little attitude. We called it a Madditude, and then I started singing, hello, Maddie Lou.
Oh.
Then she turned into Maddie Lou, and then for some reason it turned into Lou Bean. Don't know why.
That.
Couldn't tell you.
It's cute.
But that stuck for some reason.
Well, my mama has called me Sweet Pea since I was little.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuck. She goes, hey, Sweet Pea, but it's not like she calls me that constantly,
Right.
but still says.
I'll call Maddie up and go, hey, what's up, Blue Bean? She'll be, what's up, Did? She calls me Did. All right, Sheila, here we go. 52% of women surveyed said they can't go a day without doing this. What is it?
Looking at their phone.
It has to do with their phone, but that's not the answer.
Texting.
It is texting, but what kind of
Then
text?
I got it. What kind of text?
Yeah.
What do you mean, what kind of text?
What kind of text? It's a huge percentage for this answer. I can't believe it.
What's the percentage?
52%.
They can't go a day without texting? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
what you
but what kind of text?
Well, it makes me want to say happy birthday text, but not everybody has birthdays every day.
It's not happy birthday text, that's for sure.
Like checking on their hubby and friends. I don't know.
Risque text.
You're not going to give it to me.
No.
You're not going to give me when I said text.
Okay, fine. You're not going to hit your high point anyway. Sure. All right.
No, but I got it right. Why
Okay.
do I have to have the adjective on it right, too? Because I got it. I said texting.
I just said I'm going to give it to you, Sheila.
Yeah, but you acted like you didn't want to. And I'm like, I got it.
I'm more of taking away that over half of y'all out here sending booty pics out.
That's not what that means.
Risque text?
That don't mean you're sending nudity. It could mean that you're just flirting with words. But no, I don't even know why I'm taking up for this. No, I do not do that. Unless it's to my husband.
We need to hurry up on this last
Got a
question.
license for that.
Here we go, Sheila. Here we go.
Okay. Hey.
A survey of American women found that over 25% have this with them at all times, usually in their car or office. What is it?
Extra pair of shoes.
No,
Workout clothes.
I'll give that one to you. Their gym bag.
Oh, you give that one to me, but I
Why
actually
not?
said text
If
on the
we're-
last one.
If we're playing loosey-goosey with this thing, then
I think people will be on my side about me saying text, and that was the actual thing, the actual answer.
I'm just real concerned that 52% of you are sending risque text.
Look, don't even talk about it. Like,
Don't be doing
probably
that.
men make up these surveys, and they're not going to tell on themselves.
Got Avery Hutchins from Channel 22, WCCE.
Adair comes in.
Coming up here in just a little bit. So hang out with us here on Good Morning Cookeville. We'll be right back.
He might be.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY. 107.7 FM. And AM 1400 WHUB Cookeville.
A potential government shutdown looms this weekend. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. After Senate Democrats told Republicans they will not support the House-passed spending bill ahead of Friday's deadline, GOP Senator Ashley Moody tells Fox,
we're going to do everything we can to keep this government open. We're going to be the adults. We're going to let them throw their tantrum.
The House-passed CR aims to cut non-defense spending by roughly $13 billion, which Republicans say is essential. Democrats fear it will allow the Trump administration to dismantle more government, cut taxes for billionaires, and funnel corrupt contracts to SpaceX without protecting Social Security and Medicaid.
That's Fox's Kristen Goodwin. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in Canada for a two-day meeting of G7 allies where tariffs will be a big issue after Canada and the European Union announced retaliatory tariffs to the U.S.'s levies on steel and aluminum imports. Helping Ukraine in the war against Russia, also a topic at that meeting as we await Russia's response to Ukraine agreeing to a 30-day ceasefire. President Trump again suggests sanctions on Russia.
I want to see peace, and we'll see. But in a financial sense, yeah, we could do things very bad for Russia. It would be devastating for Russia, but I don't want to do that because I want to see peace. And we're getting close to maybe getting something done.
Today, the president will meet at the White House with the leader of NATO, which has been helping the U.S. arm Ukraine in that war. An anti-Trump protest in New York City. Demanding who they call a political prisoner be freed. That's outside the court where a federal judge ordered Mahmoud Khalil to remain in custody in Louisiana while still considering the U.S. attempt to deport Khalil, a legal resident with a green card, accusing him of supporting Hamas in anti-Israel protests at Columbia University last year. Disappointment for SpaceX.
Unfortunately, we are scrubbing for today's launch.
A hydraulic issue delayed a mission to the International Space Station to bring two stranded astronauts home. Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams have been there since June after the Boeing spacecraft that took them there had technical problems. America's listening to Fox News.
When you hear the term living better, what do you think about? More money? A bigger house? Maybe a yacht? What about how you feel physically? How you wake up each day? How you sleep? What activities you can and cannot do? When you feel good, life is good. So if pain is affecting your life, see how Relief Factor can help. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, it doesn't just mask pain temporarily, it helps reduce or even eliminate pain. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So give their 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day. And it just takes a phone call, 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're hurting, in 3 weeks or even days, Relief Factor can give you a chance to rediscover the true meaning of living better again. Visit ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
More of what President Biden did is being undone in the second Trump administration. A lot more.
Calling it the most consequential day of deregulation in American history, Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Lee Zeldin announced more than 24 agency actions to roll back regulations and climate change policies.
Today, the Green New scam ends as the EPA does its part to usher in the golden age of American success.
Zeldin says the EPA will begin unwinding vehicle emission standards and rules for coal-fired power plants designed to drastically cap carbon emissions. Republicans oppose many of those rules, arguing they increase energy prices and the cost of owning a business. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Pope Francis is continuing to improve in the 88-year-old's month-long battle with pneumonia, but he is still in a Rome hospital on what a public holiday at the Vatican is going on, marking 12 years today since Francis ascended to become Pope. A church leader's in trouble in Texas.
Gateway Church founder Robert Morris is accused of repeatedly sexually assaulting a 12-year-old Oklahoma girl back in the 1980s. On Wednesday, a grand jury indicted him on 5 counts of lewd or indecent acts with a child. Cindy Clemenshire says the church tried to cover it up for decades. She said she brought up her allegations multiple times to the church's board of elders. When the claims became public, the elders said they weren't aware that the young lady in question may have been just 12 years old. Morris had denied the claims but resigned from the church back in June when Clemenshire's allegations became headlines. Jill Nato, Fox News.
On Wall Street this morning, stock futures are mixed, not moving much after the Dow dropped again in a big March plunge, losing another 82 points, but the Nasdaq gained 212. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Tennessee River Keeper plans to sue the town of Monterey for alleged violations of their wastewater treatment permit. In a letter to Mayor Alex Garcia, the environmental group says the town has exceeded discharge limitations. Overflows cited date back to 2020. Monterey opened a new wastewater treatment plant in November 2024. DeKalb County's grand jury has indicted a 66-year-old man on a second-degree murder charge, the case involving an August 2024 incident in which William Anthony McKenzie allegedly shot and killed 39-year-old Earl Craig Asbury on Streamer Drive. All good city council members have passed the first reading of an ordinance allowing the city manager to make appointments of department directors. Early last year, the council went against legal advice by changing its procedures on appointing department directors to allow the city council to affirm or reject the city administrator's choices. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:06 now.
52 already. We're going to have a high in the mid-70s today, and we could have some clouds, but also a little sun poking out there too, so I'm okay with all that.
Did you just wink when you said little sun?
I think I did. I'm like, yeah, sun's coming out just for me. I don't know what made me do that.
Sun's coming out, if you know what I mean.
I'm flirting with the sun, hoping it'll come on out.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. I like that sun.
Yeah. If you're not watching us on Hub Plus, you're missing all of Sheila's facial expressions, and they're hysterical.
Are they?
Yeah, sometimes when you wink at the sun.
I didn't even realize I did that until you said it, and I'm like, I did just do that.
3 dumb headlines. So these are things that we've seen that looks like they might be fun to talk about, but then we forgot about them or
didn't check on them or didn't
click it or whatever. But anyway, here's some of them we'll discuss.
Okay.
Does jam really belong in your coffee? No.
I don't think so, no.
I don't think it does either. I couldn't imagine putting strawberry jam.
And it's gloppy.
Well, I mean,
that's the only word I could think of.
Yeah, but it melts in your coffee though.
Jam still has pieces of the fruit in it too.
Well, I mean,
I don't want that in my coffee.
Me neither. But just people put all kinds of stuff in their coffee. There's the mayonnaise people.
That's just one. That's Will Levis. I haven't heard anybody else do
Well, then you know that's wrong. Then there's the butter people.
In coffee?
Yeah.
I haven't tried that.
Well, I have.
Is it good?
It's all right. I mean,
butter.
It's not something I need every time I drink coffee, though.
But you don't. You're a black coffee
Just give it to me.
aficionado.
Just give it to me plain. I don't need all this cream and all that stuff. Plus,
No,
I think some of that cream is poison for you.
As I drink cream in my coffee every day.
You're double cream.
Today I am, not
See?
usually.
You're double the poison.
It has no sugar.
That doesn't matter, Sheila.
What do you think? Because it's no sugar, that's why it's killing
It
me?
depends on what they substituted in.
Maybe I read on it.
What'd you read? Did it say?
I didn't read on it.
You didn't read on it. Next one. Here's why new tires have all those little tiny hairs. I've always wondered that.
Little tiny hairs.
You know, those little la 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 things
Yeah.
that stick out from the
What
side.
are they?
La la la. And I have always wondered that. I should have clicked
I
that.
thought it was that it just wasn't like sanded down or whatever, right?
Well, they all have it.
Blah, 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 blah.
They all have that on
So it
there.
means something?
I don't know if it means anything. Sheila, we didn't click the story. We didn't read it. We didn't read
Well,
it.
you were trying to make up a story
No,
about
I'm
it.
just trying to think of why that would be.
Well, how does it sound again?
I'm not going to do it again, Sheila.
please.
You can't trick me into doing that. I'm not going to do it.
But maybe somebody's just tuning in. They wonder.
Well, then they missed it. That'll teach them a lesson. Got to tune into Good Morning
Just one
Cookeville.
more time.
Nope.
Ugh.
Uh,
You're supposed to play along.
But I guess it has something to do with the manufacturing process. Couldn't
When
tell
it
you.
comes off of the line, how would it sound?
Boom.
And then
Well, probably some old boy rolling it off then.
do it.
This
Blah,
one,
blah, 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 blah.
and I guess if we were in the market for one of these, it would have been good to read. We tested bidets for 3 months.
I wouldn't mind having one.
As long as it was hooked up to the warm water.
Because I have been in France
Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot you're French.
and Venice. They have bidets. It wasn't hooked up to the warm water. I even let it run. I'm thinking, woo, that was cold.
There's a lot of woo.
Let it run. I'm thinking, let me just let it run for a little bit. It was always cold. And you know what? I didn't like that.
No, I think you got to have that hooked up to some warm water, not the scalding hot water.
No, warm, not hot.
Right.
Warm.
Yeah, warm, not hot, Sheila.
It's got to be just right on my little tush.
Now, I wonder how much you get paid to test bidets.
I don't know, but I mean, getting paid for that?
I mean, that's a job.
Not a bad job.
That's a job I'd take.
Yeah.
I wonder how many they employ. Surely not more than one or two.
And if somebody watches you to make sure you're doing it right, like, come on now, test it right.
Did you do that?
I wouldn't like that.
That wouldn't bother me.
Of course it wouldn't. You have no shame.
That's what my mom says.
Mama's right.
My mom will say, "Do you have no shame?"
That's Jason.
I guess not. I just don't care. What's somebody going to say? They're the one there watching me use a bidet. They're the weird ones, not me.
That's a good point right there.
But no, it wouldn't bother me. Last one. When my girlfriend did this totally gross thing, I knew she was the one.
That's almost worth clicking on. Maybe not. I knew she was the one when she did this totally gross thing.
I didn't want that to be in my search history.
And you also didn't want it to be swirling around in your head because
Right.
it could be anything.
Could be.
And things that are gross and just nasty.
Yeah, I got a buddy, and he knew that the woman that he ended up marrying this girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's super nice, super sweet girl, perfect for him. And he knew that she was the one when she broke wind in front of him the first time. And he'll tell you that.
How sweet.
Proudly. And he's like, man.
But that's the kind of relationship they have.
Whenever I knew she was comfortable enough to, and he called it let one go, I knew she was the one.
True love.
And they've been married for well over a decade. So, I mean,
that's good.
You can't argue with it. I mean, they've had a good long little marriage
It
now.
means something to them.
Yeah, I guess. And
when he's telling that story, does he tell it in front of his wife? Does she laugh?
Yeah, yeah.
She's all about it?
She's all about it. She doesn't care a bit.
Okay.
Now,
they're meant to be.
On the other scale, me and Donna didn't, I mean.
Yeah.
That
ain't what y'all are about.
Yeah. But now, on her honeymoon, I did let one go. And she said, "You waited all this time."
Donna, she's so cute.
Yeah. "You waited all this time." I was like, "Well, yeah, I needed to get a ring on that thing for you knew how gross I was." Had to lock you in, girl. Stick with us. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Tough, reliable, and ready to work. You were born that way. Kubota is built that way. Our entire ag lineup, featuring versatile tractors and hay tools, powerful skid steer loaders, and the rugged Sidekick utility vehicle, is designed with the engine of a Kubota and the heart of a farmer. Visit KubotaUSA.com to find a dealer near you.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time. Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, Exceptional Bean, Royal House of Cheese. Go to halfpriceuppercumberland.com. Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here, live in the Willow Window Studio. It is 7:17 now.
And we have Avery Hutchins. She's coming up around 7:30. We'll talk to her about the dinner that's going to be, it's like a fundraising dinner that WCTE has every year for the public radio station, public TV station, I should say. Yeah. They do so much coverage around here and do a good job.
They really do.
And then Coach Roseman, Tennessee Tech Lady Eagles, that head coach, that head coach.
You try real hard to not say Eagleettes.
I do, and it trips me up because
Tennessee Tech women's basketball team.
I never know how to say it, and I want to be PC.
Tennessee Tech.
But it's like the
women
drama center with you.
basketball team.
It is like the drama center with you. All the time Tim was calling it, they were the Eaglettes.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, I try to do good for y'all. I try to move into this century. Coach Roseman's going to be in tomorrow at 7:30. And then, of course, Upper Cumberland Reporter.
That'll be great. I'm looking forward to talking to Coach.
Lady Eagles.
No.
Women's basketball team.
Tennessee Tech women's basketball team. And by the way, they're having a watch party Sunday evening. Starts at 5:30 at Midtown Social. That's when you line up for the team. So when they get there, we can all cheer and all that stuff. And then the party officially gets started at 6. And then I think the selection show starts at 7. And that's all at Midtown Social. And I can't wait to go. That's going to be so much fun.
I'm telling you, this is a feat that not too many get to. This is great.
This is cool.
I mean, it's really amazing.
That, and I really like the hamburgers at Midtown Social.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You had one of their...
No.
Oh, they're delicious. They do a great
I
job.
haven't had their hamburgers, but I've had other things from them. They're really good.
So if you've got some time Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, come by and support the Tennessee Tech women's basketball team.
You said that so good. Thanks, Jason.
As they find out where they get seated and who they play in the big dance, the NCAA tournament.
You know what time you're heading out there?
I figured I'd get there between 5 and 5:30.
I'm going to convince Tim that I'll need a burger out there.
Well, let's go get us a hamburger and let's watch those ladies find out, because that'll be exciting.
It would be.
That'll be some good entertainment. Plus, be there to support the Golden Eagles and Wings Up and Tech. Yeah, that'd be a blast.
And then, of course, the assistant basketball coach, Allison Clark.
Yeah.
Tim called games for her when she was playing in high school and at Tech when she went to college. So that'd be good to see her, too.
Yeah. So come on out and hang out with us. It's open to the public, of course, and so we'd love to see all of you out there for that. Reddit asked, what's the strangest thing you've seen someone do at the gym? I don't know.
It's not strange, but I wish if it's going to be a public sharing of the equipment, I wish I would wipe the butt sweat and all the sweat off of the thing. It'd just be nice.
Most
I shouldn't
people
have to
do a
clean it.
good job at that.
There's some that don't.
Oh, for sure there's some that don't.
And I'm done. I'm not going to get on
That's
there.
why I don't go to the gym either, Sheila.
I don't like it. Clean up after yourselves.
Man,
We're all adults here.
I had all these hopes and dreams. I was going to start going to the Y. Went got signed up. Did the whole thing. Got my picture made. Got me a YMCA card.
Looked official.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
And then, which I was real proud.
She was real proud that you made an appointment, got your picture. Well, you just went down there. You didn't make an appointment.
Right. And I hadn't been past the front desk yet.
They didn't give you a tour? You can ask for a tour.
Well, see, I've been there 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know what it looks like in there. I know where everything's at.
It's changed.
Well,
Since you were a kid, that's a long time ago, Jason.
but I had these big plans. I was going to get after it, and then
Well, you're not dead yet. You can still get after it. We don't want to hear that, though. Notice how he's wanting to change the subject.
Well, I'm trying to get into the actual subject that we're going to talk about.
Oh, I didn't know we were going to talk about something.
The strangest thing you've ever seen someone do at a gym. Someone said, I once watched a woman use the elevator to avoid the one flight of stairs, then proceed to hop on the Stairmaster.
That is funny.
That's great. That's like people who try to get a close parking spot at the gym. Like,
Drive around 50 times.
why are you doing that for? You're about
And
to
you're
go.
at the gym. You want to exercise.
Right, but yeah, you're looking for the closest parking spot.
Yeah. That's my kind of working out, people.
Someone said some guy came in dressed in his gym clothes, walked around with a steel bowl full of chicken and mayo. Ugh.
Okay.
He ate it and left. Didn't work out.
Didn't work out?
Didn't work out at all.
That's weird.
That's mean spirited. Here's another guy who ate while walking on the treadmill. Well, I guess you come out even.
Well, I mean, he probably is working out on his lunch hour.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, I need a little something to carry me through the day. And then I need to work out too.
Well, that got me thinking, Ralph's should put in some treadmills, and then you could have a couple of donuts and treadmill, and you walk out of Ralph's. No harm, no foul.
I bet they'd never get used.
I wonder how much you'd have to walk.
To burn off one donut?
Yeah.
A lot.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I want a Ralph's donut right now.
Right now. A guy with a towel draped over his head, neighing like a horse during spin class.
He was wanting attention. I bet it was Freaky Dave. I could see him doing that.
That's crazy. Unless he had a really good horse neigh.
That's why I could see Freaky Dave doing it.
If you got one.
Yeah.
A man brought a parrot in and had it on the handles of the treadmill as he ran.
Oh, I would have loved that. I was like, can I pet your parrot?
There was a guy who blindfolded himself with his beanie. He pulled it down over his eyes to concentrate. Good coordination, but so funny to watch.
Yeah. I wonder if I did that, if I could even run. I know you're running in place kind of on the treadmill or something, but I bet it would make me a little off center.
I'm sure it would.
I'm off center anyway.
I think I could do it.
You think you can do everything, but I think that it would be dangerous for you.
No, I don't think so. I think
you think you could run in place blindfolded.
Yeah.
I don't think you could.
Well, that sounds real easy to do, Sheila.
Not for me.
All you did is just close your eyes and pretend you're running.
Makes me feel a little dizzy when I do that, though. Does that mean something's wrong? I'm unhealthy?
Probably.
Probably.
A guy returned 4 trash bags full of dirty men's T-shirts and underwear he had stolen from the changing rooms.
So you got to feeling guilty?
Hey, I'm sorry about this. Here's everybody's dirty underwear.
Yuck.
Why would you want to take that home?
Because you're a weirdo?
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. And then what did he do? Never mind.
I don't know. I was once next to a guy who started his set talking to himself with, "Who you calling snot nose?"
He's trying to get himself pumped up.
Who you calling snot nose?
That sounds like it was some trauma from his childhood he was trying to work through.
Yeah, snot nose brat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had a Sunday school teacher call all of us that once.
That was back when you didn't get in trouble for saying that kind of stuff.
Sunday school.
In Sunday school. That's how we were raised.
Older man in his 70s doing squats and slacks, long sleeve button up, dress shoes, and gardening gloves.
I love that kind of in a way because, older folks, they don't care.
There's an age where you can quit caring.
Right.
And it's right around
But
70.
he cared enough to still work out and take care of himself.
He wanted to look good.
He's like, I don't care if you don't like my gardening gloves. It helps me grip these weights. I couldn't think of what it was. It's been so long.
This person says, I never understood why old men put their shirts on before their underwear. I can tell you why.
Do I want to know?
It's simple. You can put your shirt on and your arms and chest and back are, if you've taken a shower or had to dry off a little bit, you're dry there. Bottom part takes a second to dry off.
I can tell you why.
I mean,
they're airing out their jewels.
Yeah. 100%. It takes a second. Especially when you're older.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Well, I mean, I'm just being honest.
That person they're not old yet. They don't know. Things start changing.
Yeah, they don't know yet.
Girls and guys.
It's like sometimes, you think you're good to go, and you're like, well, there's a gallon.
Sometimes you need a change up.
There's a gallon of water left around here. It's weird. So that's why.
That's why.
I can tell you that. I watched a guy running hard on a treadmill stop after about 5 to 10 minutes and then immediately go outside and smoke a cigarette. Then he came back in, hopped back on the treadmill, and repeated this for 2 more sets and left.
The habits of people working out really is strange.
When I was a smoker and had a buddy who was a personal trainer, and he's like, man, come on, you need to start doing something. So I did. And then anytime he'd go and have to do something else in the gym, well, I'd just quit. I'd go outside and smoke. And then I'd see him looking for me, and I'd put out the cigarette and come back in and go, where were you? I was like, I was smoking. He'd be like, oh,
you were smoking.
I'm like, you're the one who left. I didn't know what to do.
You were bored.
Who else is going to count to 10? That's what a personal trainer is.
Yeah, I know.
They count to 10.
I've had one before. Or tell you, you're sandbagging. Come on, you can do 5 more. And I'm like, I'm about to pass out.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
I won't. Coming up, Avery Hutchins, the president, CEO, and grand poobah of WCTE. We'll talk to her about their annual dinner coming up here in just a little bit. And all the other stuff that's coming up for 2025. Always a bunch of stuff going on with WCTE. So we'll talk to Avery about that here in just a little bit on Good Morning Cookeville, live from the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Tennessee River Keeper plans to sue the town of Monterey for alleged violations of their wastewater treatment permit. In a letter to Mayor Alex Garcia, the environmental group says the town has exceeded discharge limitations. Overflows cited date back to 2020. Monterey opened a new wastewater treatment plant in November 2024. DeKalb County's grand jury has indicted a 66-year-old man on a second-degree murder charge, the case involving an August 2024 incident in which William Anthony McKenzie allegedly shot and killed 39-year-old Earl Craig Asbury on Streamer Drive. All good city council members have passed the first reading of an ordinance allowing the city manager to make appointments of department directors. Early last year, the council went against legal advice by changing its procedures on appointing department directors to allow the city council to affirm or reject the city administrator's choices. That's the news from WHUB. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. Yesterday in Murfreesboro, the Van Buren County Eaglettes beat Memphis Middle College 68-32 to advance to the Class 1A state semifinals. Kara Mills led the team with 23 points and 20 rebounds. The York Dragonettes narrowly beat Memphis Business Academy 44-43 to head back to the semifinals in 2A. New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers is now a free agent for the first time in his career. Rodgers was cut by the Jets yesterday after the two parties mutually agreed to part ways this offseason. The New York Giants and Pittsburgh Steelers have each shown interest in bringing in the four-time MVP. American University is headed to the NCAA tournament after they won the Patriot League championship yesterday, beating Navy 74-52. McNeese State won the Southland Conference tournament, beating Lamar 63-54. Mississippi State, Texas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma all moved on in the first-round games in the SEC tournament. Join us today for 2 high school girls basketball broadcasts from Murfreesboro in the state tournament. At 12:45, White County plays Dyersburg in the 3A quarterfinals. At 5:30, Cookeville battles Lincoln County in the 4A quarterfinals. Both games will be audio only on our UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank.
TRN News.
Less than 2 weeks into his 21-month prison sentence, former Tennessee lawmaker Brian Kelsey has been pardoned by President Donald Trump. Kelsey pled guilty in 2022 to funneling campaign money from his state legislative seat to his failed congressional bid. He thanked the president on social media Tuesday evening for receiving the full and unconditional pardon. 5 people facing charges for twerking in the streets in Memphis Monday night. Police called to South 2nd Street and Union Avenue, where 4 men were dancing around a 2016 Chevy Malibu, while another man danced in the hood. Mikel Sanders, Rashawn Bryant, Jordan Smith, Meandre Mays, and Desmond Summery, all between the ages of 18 to 22, were charged with obstructing a highway and passageway, with Smith also with a warrant for vandalism. They were due in court yesterday. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel over a mile, carrying a world of trouble. It can land, ignite, and destroy your home and community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens before it does. With simple things like clearing areas around buildings, knowing community safe zones, and being prepared for wildfires, you could keep this from turning into this. Your home is better protected from wildfire when your whole community is prepared. Visit fireadapted.org for more tips on how to get started adapting your home and community to wildfires. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
A brush fire that broke out Wednesday morning in Sevier County, now under control. Authorities say the blaze erupted near Red Bank Circle in Sevierville. It burned around 40 acres but didn't damage any buildings. Several agencies worked together to douse the flames, and crews have been setting up sensors as they monitor for any flare-ups. Frito-Lay announcing a huge investment in Tennessee as the chipmaker giant opening a distribution center in Clarksville. The 8-acre site opens in the South Industrial Park area, expanding their existing facility on Tylertown Road. The expansion represents a $27 million investment in the community. Less than 2 weeks into his 21-month prison sentence, former Tennessee lawmaker Brian Kelsey has been pardoned by President Donald Trump. Kelsey pled guilty in 2022 to funneling campaign money from a state legislative seat to his failed congressional bid. He thanked the president Tuesday evening on social media for receiving the full and unconditional pardon. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Thursday morning forecast. Another warm day is in store for us, with temperatures quickly climbing into the upper 60s by lunchtime under a partly sunny sky. Highs this afternoon will reach the low to mid-70s. A few thunderstorms may develop late in the day, but severe weather is not expected. Skies will clear out overnight with lows in the 50s.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila, and we're here live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:36 now.
We're happy to have Avery Hutchinson here with us. She is the president at WCTE TV. So many local programs we love, and y'all do such a wonderful job.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think the hardest thing is trying to top yourself because you do such a great job. How do you keep it up and keep it going?
Y'all do a great job.
We know that's why it's hard to keep going.
I think we got to give ourselves marginal job.
It's not Avery Hutchinson, CTE.
This is not WCTE.
Yeah.
This is very much, hey, let's go try to push some buttons.
Well, y'all are too kind. And good morning, everybody. Happy to be here.
Well, glad you're here. Now, I know the annual dinner is coming up, and that's always a nice fundraiser for WCTE, and it's a fun time, too. So tell us a little bit about that and how we can all be involved.
Of course, yeah. Well, every year around this time we do a thing called the annual dinner, and it's really to celebrate WCT and the work that we've done in the last year, but also to look ahead and see what's going to be coming down the pipeline. We love to have our members there and community supporters there just to celebrate all of the things, because we're just like y'all. We're not any good without our people.
That's right.
So our viewers and the people that support us are tremendous, and so it's just one great way to really celebrate them. And it is a little bit of a fundraiser, but I really look at this as just a celebration of WCT and the work that we do with the partners in our community.
So somebody hasn't been to an annual dinner. What's that like?
Well, this year we're celebrating or channeling Mr. Rogers, which
Aw.
is a little nostalgia for
But
all
do
of
we all
us.
change shoes when we get there?
Well, there's going to be a little something like
Okay.
that.
Wear sweater.
We are asking people to wear their cardigans, and we're about 85% sold out. It is March the 27th at the Salt Box, and we still got tickets available if people want to come and be a part of it. We have a great lineup of some special guests that are going to be there. We've got one of the Cranky Ladies. Have you ever heard of the Cranky
No.
Lady? Oh my gosh, she's going to be incredible. So Mr. Rogers. He had his puppets.
Yeah.
And he did it all.
Yeah.
Right,
Y'all
yeah.
know that, right? Like
Oh,
he
yes.
wrote the music, he performed the puppets, he
No, Avery, I thought those
Kinda
puppets
like
were,
us. We just
were
do it all.
real.
No, but she's saying you probably thought somebody else was doing the puppets and stuff.
he played the
the
music, the organ. Do you know why he wore tennis shoes? Do you know why he changed his
No.
shoes in the morning? Well, because he played the organ, he had to be able to get from the set on camera back to the organ without making any noise. So his tennis shoes allowed him not to have that
Really?
click click on the stage. Yeah.
Well, how about
I
that?
thought he did that because to let kids know how to tie their shoe and know that that's important, but
Well,
that
that
added
is.
to it.
Yeah, but part of it was because he needed to be able to get back.
The genius of
Let
Mr.
me
Rogers.
tell you, there was
He did it all. I mean, he was the puppet voices. He wrote the scripts. He did the music. So if we could all channel Mr. Rogers.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I loved it when he would be there and trolley would show up and then the trolley would go and then they'd be the land of
Make believe.
land of make believe and the little cat was always my favorite.
Oh.
Daniel.
Meow meow. I don't know meow meow.
We're gonna have Daniel Tiger at the dinner.
Oh really?
The character.
That's making me feel like I'm 5 years old
I
again.
know. Well, Daniel will be there for pictures. So.
Will he have his little watch with him? Because I would always think, ooh, he's got a tiny little watch. That would be good on my wrist too, because I had a tiny little wrist.
How bad did you want a trolley though?
I wanted Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel more than anything. He was my favorite.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Rogers just does that. He just kind of brings back the nostalgia. And
Yeah.
we really wanted, again, to celebrate kindness, acceptance, and inclusiveness. So we felt like celebrating this year was just something we wanted to do. We did a Neighbor of the Year award, and voting is still available. So we're nominating. There are 8 nominations, and we're going to be we're asking the community to vote
On
on
the
the
8?
Upper Cumberland Neighbor of the Year.
Do you know who those 8 are?
Yep, they're all on our website.
Okay, I haven't looked at that. I've been seeing it come around and I've been
Yeah.
like, I need to get on there and
Give you
vote.
a couple of names. Heather
Yeah.
Call is one
yeah.
of them. With
Oh yeah, Meadow Creek Lake. She's got the outpost building and then outdoor experience, and she does a lot.
Yep.
Yes, she does.
And Greta York out of Fentress County. We also have Bill Zuckman from Warren County.
wow.
McNeil.
Wow.
I don't know who Bill
does,
is.
He's on the public radio station there and does a lot in the community.
I didn't know they had one there.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
really cool.
Isn't that great? It's a all volunteer radio station.
Well, most radio is almost that as it is now.
So did he begin that station, or
I'm not sure what the
sounds like he
backstory
helps?
is.
I'd like to
going.
know him.
Yeah, I would
He's
too.
Incredible. He's
Yeah.
incredible. He does. So he. No, there's a couple of volunteers, but he does a lot with the radio station. And again, it's all volunteer. And that's
We need to get him on here to help to talk with us.
he's a State Farm agent.
Oh, I love it. I love all that.
Job in his, I guess.
Well, then he's like a good neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Robbie Melton from Overton County, Kyle Richardson from Jackson County, Jim Grove from Cumberland County, another great story. Nick and April Patterson from Clay County.
Yeah.
Shannon.
Marky Beaver, Honest Abe Log.
Okay, all right.
Yep. Shannon Minchie from Smith County. So, yeah, there's 8 here. It says kind of why they've been nominated as a good neighbor. And we just ask people to go on and just vote for one of the, whoever they think is they.
Well, that's a really great idea. And
Great people.
And and a great tie-in with the whole Mr. Rogers thing too.
Look at how many things Mr. Rogers did, and he just did it without really bragging on himself. And then you realize, oh my goodness, he was involved in so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, And his mother made all his sweaters.
No kidding.
Don't you just love that?
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So wear your cardigans. We're asking everybody to wear their cardigans.
I don't have one. I'll have to find one.
It's easy.
They still sell them?
Well, you could find one.
Amazon?
Sure.
Yeah. Avery
will.
was like, I don't care. Find one. I'm not
I
your.
don't care. You're coming.
I'm not your personal cardigan shopper, Jason.
I mean, I would be if you wanted me to. I'd figure it out.
No. I'll
like
I'll
pink,
find
right?
one. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. I call it salmon, though.
That's what he said. A real man wears salmon.
I didn't. Well, we one of our coworkers wore salmon in one day, and I was like, "Man, that's a cool shirt." And he said, "You like pink?" I said, "That's salmon, man."
It really was that salmon color, but
yeah, it's still pink.
The other guy was not afraid to say, "I'm wearing pink."
I'm not afraid to say I'm wearing
Obviously.
pink. I just thought, when you go up to another man, man on man, you don't be.
You want to say salmon.
You want to say salmon until you know they're comfortable with wearing
So many
pink.
rules.
This is all part of the bro code.
We thought we were complicated.
Yeah.
Right?
This one right here, he's more complicated than he's a little bit of a diva.
I've got issues sometimes. It's 7:44. We're talking to Avery Hutchins with WCTE. The annual dinner is coming up in just a little bit. We'll talk to her more about that, things that are upcoming with WCTE, and just more with what's coming up in 2025, which I know you already have a lot of plans. So looking forward to hearing about that. It's all on Good Morning Cookeville, live here in the Willow Window Studio.
Hey, how's your money situation? Are you ready for retirement?
I wish I could retire.
Well, if you want to know what the pros are doing to make wealth multiply and retire like royalty, then you need to listen to this show, Retire the Right Way, with Aaron Wright. Get your money right and tune in every weekend, Saturdays at 9 a.m. on News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Gentry's Power Equipment, your trusted Exmark dealer in Cookeville. For over 35 years, Exmark has been pioneering innovation, offering legendary durability and unmatched cut quality. Whether you're a professional landscaper or a homeowner, our range of commercial and residential mowers is designed to meet your needs. Hurry in for 0% financing for 48 months on select models, just in time for spring mowing. Gentry's Power Equipment, 755 Buffalo Valley Road, Cookeville, where big boy toys are their specialty.
Look, this country was founded on freedom. Freedom from a country that forced us to buy overpriced tea and then trying to blockade us when we dumped their tea into the ocean. How'd that work out? Well, it's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard as well. Pure Talk, a veteran-owned company, my cell phone company, says no to inflated prices. With a qualifying plan, you can choose an iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy for $0. And yes, this is for premium service on America's most dependable 5G network. Get your iPhone 14, Samsung Galaxy, $0 qualifying plan by dialing pound 250. Say the keyword save now, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will make the switch in as little as 10 minutes. No hassle, no gimmicks, just honest to goodness wireless price right. Pound 250, keyword save now, claim your new iPhone or Galaxy with a qualifying purchase from Pure Talk, which is America's wireless company. Visit puretalk.com for details.
Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville. 1077 and 1400 The Hub.
We do have a great show.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:48.
Avery Hutchins, she has been with WCTE for quite a while now and then moved on up to president. I'm so proud of you. I mean, like, you've done a little bit of everything there. How long have you been with CTE?
Yeah, May 1st is 14 years.
Oh,
wow.
it
Dang,
doesn't seem
right?
like 14
Boom.
years.
I know, it does.
No.
On camera. Hello.
But you love it. I mean, you were born and raised here, and you have so much history here, and you really care about, you know, presenting like local shows and telling the story of our people in the Upper Cumberland.
Well, Sheila, it is, 47 years, WCT's been in the Upper Cumberland. We were put here in 78, which is pretty incredible.
Mhm.
And we were here to help young children that didn't have access to early learning to have a resource for early learning. And then along with storytelling, and bringing local stories from around the Upper Cumberland, there are no other TV stations. So we're it for right here. And so being able to bring local stories and show people themselves or their people on television. It's just people love that. And
And we're lucky to have that.
Absolutely.
And the great music too, that the music shows and things like that,
Austin City Limits, 50 years
right.
they're celebrating.
And you get to see people that you never even heard of before that you end up really loving. I've become big fans of some of the musicians and singers and songwriters that I've seen on Austin City Limits. I never would have known about them otherwise. And a lot of those people have ended up being big time people, but when you see them on Austin City Limits the first time, or they were big time people and now they're on Austin City Limits doing what they want to do,
Which, you're happy for them, and they're still great performers.
They're past the point where the record label's telling them what to do, and they're just like, I'm doing whatever the heck I want now. And they're completely different. And it's awesome to see. So you said you got some new shows coming.
Yeah, we've got a great new show. But just one more point with what you're saying. We bring the world right here to the Upper Cumberland, and then we also bring the Upper Cumberland to the world, we often say, because I don't know. Not a lot of people. Some people don't travel. So the only way they're going to see an opera, or the only way they're going to see the New York Ballet, is through our programming.
Right.
So that's just really important to
Well,
continue
you
that.
guys even have good 4th of July programming where you show that. It's
Capital
really
Fourth.
yes.
Yeah.
I prefer that over some of the stuff the others show. I'll just pull it up. I'll watch it even after the local thing here. I'll just pull that up, and it's on demand.
It's celebration, and Ken Burns is gonna.
Oh my gosh, Ken Burns.
Well, and
I can't even put into words how great he is.
Yeah. Well, he's got a new documentary coming out this fall in celebration of the America's 250th celebration. So that's coming out in November. So we're excited about that. But next week we have something locally that we've been working on that's going to premiere, and it's called Diffusing the Silence. I think that's it. Yeah. And it is about the women in EOD, which is explosive ordnance.
Oh.
Yeah. That's disposal.
Disposal.
Yeah, that's what my son-in-law does. He's
I
an
would
EOD
be
guy.
interested in watching that.
Well, and it's about the very first woman. They were celebrating 50 years of women in EOD. We worked with the EOD Warrior Foundation and Songwriting with Soldiers. They did a retreat over in Smithville, and we were able to go there and capture these women's stories.
How do you find out about things like that that's going on? Do people contact you, or y'all?
The internet.
Well, yeah, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not real highly publicized.
Well, we worked,
and that's what they bring to us.
Yeah, we worked with Songwriting with Soldiers, which is an organization out of Nashville, a couple of years back with Todd Gerald. And so they just contacted us again, and they said, "Hey, they've got this anniversary with the 50th. We're going to be featuring these women at the workshop," and they said, "Would you be interested in doing something with that?" And so this was shot back in September, but it's an incredible story, and you really get to kind of see these ladies, now and hear about the things that they
Mhm.
experienced and how they've bonded and how they've just come together. And it's all around music. So it's going to be great. It's going to air on the 18th, which is next Tuesday.
Yes.
Tuesday.
Can you believe that? March 18th.
I know this month. We were talking about it earlier. This past Monday seemed like it lasted
A year.
A year, and the rest of the week's flown by. Then all of a sudden, wait a minute, we're halfway through March. How did that even happen?
I'm telling you, it's incredibly fast.
That's
So I just hope people will tune in and
oh
watch
gosh,
that.
I
It's
think
gonna
so.
be
That'd
really
be so
great.
neat to watch. Well, and it's in knowing just a smidge about EOD,
Mm-hmm.
and by hearing my son-in-law talk about it, that's a hard job.
It's and to have women in it. And
Yeah.
Linda Cox was the very first female to ever do that type of job.
Yeah.
And she worked her way all the way up, you can imagine. And she just looks like a grandma, but she's incredibly smart and was there.
So many stories, I bet. Yeah.
Was there for this particular.
I bet so, because 50 years ago there was a lot of kind of what wire do you cut? Anymore, from what I understand is, now they've got robots and the lasers that they can do different things with, and so it's
Yeah, she may have had to cut the wire herself.
Right.
No robots.
yeah. So a lot has changed in the EOD world that makes it a little bit, I wouldn't say easier, but a lot more
A little bit safer.
a lot safer, and just more tools to work with, other than walking out there with your big, because they used to wear, big.
Yeah, they did. They have there's some pictures of them back in the 80s wearing
Yeah.
the big like protective gear.
I think you still have to do that to an extent, but it's always confusing because he talks in three letter terms always. These Army guys, everything's in 3 letters, and after he gets about 2 sentences in, I'm like, dude, I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
You lost me.
Yeah. You blow stuff up before it blows up? Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, that's great. And is part of that, will we hear some of the songs that they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big part of it. So it's stories, interviews mixed in with music. You hear from the songwriters, you hear from the organizers, you hear from the ladies. And it's going to be really great. I've got a sneak peek on
That's
it.
next Tuesday.
Tuesday the 18th.
Yep.
And
At what time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Will that be on demand on your
Yep.
app as well?
It will. After that night, it'll be on so people can catch it.
That's the thing. If you have a Roku or Fire Stick or Apple TV, you can download the PBS app.
and make sure you do, because it is our local
Yeah.
WCTE.
Well, that's what we learned last time,
Yeah.
because before I was like, I don't know if I want to download that because I'm not sure Avery gets credit for that.
Right.
Yeah, we get credit.
So now that she said that, I was like, okay. And then you can go and watch all the local shows on demand as well.
It's like, if Avery's not getting credit, I don't want it.
Well, if I'm going to watch it, I want to be sure WCT gets.
I want to be
gets
sure
the
my
credit
local
for it.
folks get credit.
Yeah, I don't want to be them thinking it's somebody else. I want them to know that I'm not watching Channel 8 Nashville.
Right. I want Avery and our Cookeville
That's
station.
right. I
Not
don't-
that we hate you in Nashville. We don't.
I got to tell you, I don't really care for them. To be honest with you, have you
That's great. I don't really care from. They're not our Avery.
have you been to Nashville lately? It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. So
Nashville's a good partner of ours. But,
It is,
but it's
because I
still-
think Becky Magura is there now.
Yeah, remember that lady?
that's right. Well, I just meant Nashville, not Channel 8.
Sometimes Becky comes back. You're gonna be on her list, her naughty list.
I didn't mean Channel 8. I just meant Nashville as a whole.
Oh, Nashville. It's a little hectic down there.
It's awful.
It's a little hectic.
It's terrible.
I also wanted to let people know too that we had a little issue with Dish for a couple of months, and I would like.
Seems like everybody has.
Yeah, well, I'd like for people to know that we, as of the 11th, which was Tuesday, we are back up. So
Okay.
if you are a Dish subscriber, you can now get us back. So
good.
turn us back on.
But there's not many people who are on Dish or even really cable
You'd be
anymore.
surprised. We got quite a
Oh,
few
really?
calls when we were off. Where are you? Are you coming back? And we are back. So
That's good.
Yeah. So share and spread the news.
Okay. tell us one more time about the annual dinner, about how to get tickets, and the who, what, when, and where on that before we gotta get out of here.
The annual dinner, March 27th. It's going to be at the Salt Box. They can get tickets at wct.org.
Okay. Avery, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you. Coming up tomorrow, Coach Kim Roseman's going to be here. They're getting ready to go to the big dance, to the NCAA tournament. Huge deal.
Yeah.
Excited for them. And then our buddies from Upper Cumberland Reporter will be in to catch us up on what's happening with the high school basketball tournament. The girls' tournament's been going on. Upperman and Cookeville both play today, by the way. So, and UCR will have coverage of that. Audio only, though. Audio only.
It's not their fault. That's just the rules.
That's just how the TSSAA rolls, I guess. So, but you can catch that on their Facebook page and YouTube and whatnot. Then we'll find out, the wins and losses, who's still going. Find out what's happening with the boys as well, about who they play next and all that. So that's all tomorrow here on Good Morning Cookeville. You guys have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB Cookeville.